Everyone, and welcome to another episode of the High Level Release Radar, where we recap the week's new releases. As always, I'm joined by Ryan Howell. Ryan, happy Friday.
Happy Friday. It's a busy week, but what a fun one it's been at High Level.
Absolutely. Always a fun week at High Level. We've had some great releases this week. We are, I need to share the stream real quick. So let me pop into Facebook. As always, if you can see us and hear us, please say hello in the comments. Let us know from where you're tuning in. Okay, High Level Facebook page. I see the feed. Great. And we're just going to share that into the group real quick.
All right.
Official
We
community.
do have a surprise release this week, just to tease. I was not expecting this, but we got a really cool one that came out this week.
Exciting. All right. We should be live in all the places. If you can see us, say hello. Happy Friday to you all. We're using a new updated format in Restream today. So controls are looking a little different on the screen here. But I do see a comment from Domi in... Domi from Automate Me in Poland. Thanks for joining in. I wonder what time it is in Poland right now. All right, so shall we hop into the releases from this week?
Let's do it, Jace.
All right, let's see if we can get the formatting. Okay, cool. That worked out a little bit. Release number 1. Calendar's got an update, cancellation and reschedule policy booking widget. This one's kind of interesting. Walk us through this.
So essentially you can set policies for like how soon somebody can cancel something, and now you'll be able to set that within the booking widget, so that they can't cancel like an hour before, but maybe 3 hours before they'll be okay. And so we're enforcing that there. And I think there's going to be some new updates that come to this as well, like allowing them to take action to rebook at a different time. But this is kind of the first step in that process.
Yeah, pretty interesting. I didn't realize there was such a need for this, but not sure what I did there. But it makes sense. It's just kind of like giving you more control over what people can do on your calendar.
Yeah.
I like it. Next up, Calendars had another update, team member assignment choices for round robin. So this one's a little more complex, right?
Yes. Yeah. So took me a little bit to wrap my head around this, but there's two kind of things. One, normally what is happening right now, if they go to reschedule, it's just going to go through the round robin as it is. None of that is changing, so no default behavior is changing. And but the next step to that is you want to retain the person that you booked that with. So you can select an option out to keep that same person that you booked with, and it will show their availability. And then the second portion to this update is that new appointments, you can force that to be booked with the assigned user. So let's say you have a sales team and it's like, well, Bob booked with Joe. So anytime they book a new appointment, they're always going to get booked with Joe. So you can retain that relationship with the sales team.
It seems to be a request that, from sales teams that have been using this and really wanted it to have this option. So it makes total sense. Definitely sort of a more advanced feature, but pretty cool. More control over how reschedules work.
100%.
Awesome work, Calendar team. WhatsApp got another update. This one's a pretty awesome one. You can now manage the business profile of the WhatsApp account inside of High Level. I think this is just a march towards like full feature parity with WhatsApp within High Level. So this one was great to see.
Yeah, a lot of cool updates with WhatsApp, and by the time we get to coexistence, we're gonna hopefully have everything in there. There'll be no reason not to use it within High Level.
Absolutely. We've got another check-in from Christine Romes. Hello to you as well. Serge from our team loves to use the Adele hello meme. I wish we had that handy. But happy Friday to you. Another WhatsApp rolled out this week. WhatsApp update, contact name pre-fill. So this one's really cool. Basically, the name now. So like if somebody just WhatsApps into your number that's connected to High Level, it sucks in their name from their WhatsApp profile and just automatically populates it into the contact record. Pretty straightforward, but pretty important.
Yep.
Payments got an update, invoicing and payment links, zip codes. This one I
Yeah.
did not
So
see. What do we have here?
so this one is specifically for NMI and authorized.net. Previously, there wasn't an option to do that, so you kind of had to relax some of the fraud protection and requiring a zip code. Fix that issue. So now, use authorized.net or NMI, you can mandate the zip code, which helps with fraud prevention.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it. Payments got another update here. So we've got Ideal, Band Connect, and SEPA direct debit support. This was kind of like an international ask I saw, right? Different countries use these different providers pretty heavily.
Yeah. Yeah, they're essentially like international debit networks, from what I can understand. Haven't done a lot of international work, but there you go.
Cool. Well, if you're in one of these countries that uses these frequently, you're probably pretty happy because these are now native integrations. The media library got an awesome update, sort of a UI revamp. This is sort of a first step in a series of new updates that are going to roll out for the media library. But this first one's pretty great. What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, V1, we kind of reorganized a lot of things. That's going to continue forward. It's going to look even better. And then we introduced the ability to see how much data usage you're using within a sub account, which can be helpful if you're trying to track down if you get a lot of storage in that. There's more to come on that. There's some internal discussions about how that's going to get handled. We won't get into that now, but we're not changing anything right now for anybody that's concerned about that. Their storage limits.
I'm super excited for what do they call it? The masonry layout, where like you'll be able to see
the mosaic.
Yeah. So just at a glance, you'll be able to see like if the image is horizontal or vertical, and they all like magically align nicely. The designs look really good, so that's going to roll out in the near future as well. So just going to get better and better. We've got CE Snyder Marketing over here, who's enjoying the updates with a nice. Agreed. This one is definitely nice. Let's see what we have next. Courses. Oh, this is a pretty cool one. You can now basically scrub to any part in your video and then say, I want to make the thumbnail of this lesson whatever's on the screen. Did I get that right?
And we're going to, yep, that's exactly it. And per Chase's suggestion, we're going to expand to this too, so that you can create a custom one and it can be different from the course thumbnail. So for all you course creators that want more flexibility, that we're going to introduce that as well here pretty quick.
Yeah, flexibility is coming, but this one's nice if you're just trying to, get something up fast and you don't have to go make a bunch of graphics. You're just like, boom, that looks good.
Yeah.
And then it'll automatically populate as your thumbnail. Love it.
Yep.
Social Planner got Pinterest. I think there were a lot. This had a lot of votes. I mean, I haven't myself used Pinterest in quite some time, but apparently it's still rocking and rolling over there.
Come on, Chase. You're a Pinterest guru. Don't hide it. He's planning new kitchens and bathrooms and everything on Pinterest.
This had a lot of votes. And so, yeah, if you've been waiting for Pinterest to make its way into the Social Planner, this week was your week, because you can now create pins, and I think you can even create boards from right within the Social Planner.
Yeah, you can create boards. You can have multiple Pinterest accounts as well. A lot of really, really cool Pinterest type things. So go for it.
Absolutely. CE Snyder Marketing asked a question, I believe, about the media library. Will we be able to resize images, crop, etc.? I believe so. I can't speak directly to this, but I know I've been a part of conversations with this kind of stuff, and I think like cropping is a pretty basic functionality that makes a ton of sense that for the media library. So I think we will see that in the near future.
Confirmed. Chase is confirmed.
Don't hold me to that, but I'm pretty confident.
Yeah, don't hold him to it. Yeah.
Forms and surveys got an awesome update this week. We saw this with the email field a week or two ago, and now we have it for the phone field. Ryan, walk us through how this works and why it's so important.
Yeah. So the big question I always ask is, why do we have this? It's to make sure that the data that's coming into your database is clean, so that you don't have people just typing in 5555555 like I just did. So essentially, it will first kind of verify the area code, and then will allow, once it's a valid area code, then it will allow you to send a verification code. It's a one-time thing that comes into your phone, and then you enter in that one-time code, and you're essentially just verifying that that is a connected number that is real, that the user has control over, that's submitting this information. So it helps prevent fraud, bots, and all kinds of crazy stuff. And if you don't want to use it, you don't have to enable it, but you have that option now right within forms and surveys.
Awesome update. Definitely helps you keep your list clean, fight spam, all that. But it also just fights typos, right? Sometimes we just make a typo,
Yep.
and then all of a sudden it's like, how come I didn't get the thing I was supposed to get or whatever? And this will prevent that from happening as well. So really cool, sort of quick two-factor verification, I would say, in Form Builder right now. You can go test that out. Works really well. Email Builder got a fun update. A lot of folks were asking, hey, I just want to build plain text emails in the email builder and not have to like go through all the steps, because you could do that in the email builder, right? But you had to like, rechange some size settings and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so now they just sort of gave you the easy button. There's that third option that just takes you into basically a big plain text editor.
Yeah. There's
Pretty
one more
straightforward.
screenshot of what that looks like, but you can put in images as well. It's not just plain text, but yeah, it's super simple email formatting. Some people use that strategy pretty effectively. So,
man, that is a terrible example that we went with for the screenshot of that. But
yeah, you can. I'll take the blame for that one. I was gonna redo it, and then my bad.
Your emails will look a lot better than that, rest
Yeah.
assured. So hop in there and check it out if you're interested in building plain text emails. Funnels and websites got an update here. We've got new image navigation actions. Oh, so this is pretty cool. So I guess like if you're used to like buttons, if you put a button in there, right, your action, you get a bunch of options in the dropdown. We've sort of rolled those options out for images as well. So it's not just like, okay, do you want to link somewhere, but it can do all this other cool stuff.
Yeah, and it also works for navigation bars as well. So yeah, I know I've had that frustration in building sites in the past, and so you're welcome. That's now resolved, and you got full functionality there.
And when you say in the navigation bar, you mean if you use that nav element, there's like an image as part of the nav, and you have these options for that image?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I
Cool.
believe it actually extends to the nav items as well.
And also the featured image element, I believe this also now works for.
Yes, yes.
Which is cool, because now you can do cool things like if they click an image, it could reveal something else, which is pretty interesting. Like I was like, oh, I wonder what people are going to do with that. It'll be cool to see what people come up with. Awesome update. Lots of new stuff coming for the builder. Conversations got an update. You can now log external calls to the CRM. This is via the API, correct?
It's via the API, and I also believe we have the ability to bring in third-party providers for that. So it's essentially anything that's not LC phone related. We'll now bring in the details there, so it logs it properly, what it is, the recording if one exists, etc. So a lot of cool functionality there.
Nice. Jordan has a question. Are each of these new releases already posted in the group somewhere? Absolutely. You'll see a Sean coming at you video for all of these releases in the community if you go back through the post, and they should be pinned at the top as well. But here on the release radar, we like to just sort of break it down, give a little more context as to each release, and celebrate the hard work of the team, really, to be honest.
Yeah.
Ooh, we've got a video here. Conversations. We've got multiple chat widget support. This is
the
awesome.
one.
And again,
I was not
this is
expecting
sort of
this so soon.
This is the first step, I think, in a series of updates that you're going to see for the chat widget. But it's a big first step. You can now create multiple widgets. Ryan, why might someone want to create multiple widgets?
Well, let's say you have a very specific landing page for a very specific offer. You can then tailor all the settings for the chat widget for that offer, and then choose that to only go on a specific page or a specific funnel. So really easy. And then of course, if you have different brands and so forth, you can kind of do it that way too. But a lot of creativity, I'm sure, that's going to be explored here.
Yeah, absolutely. The workflow actions and options are coming next. I guess the triggers, I should say. So you'll be able to like
Mm-hmm.
trigger things off of each specific widget and all of that kind of stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
and the widget itself is going to get a nice little UI enhancement in the very near
Yeah.
future as well. Looks pretty slick
Mm-hmm.
with some enhanced capability too, which I'll tease a little bit there, but it's going to be pretty cool. And it's right around the corner. Community's got an update, weekly subscription support. So this one's interesting. Is this like a common thing where people subscribe to communities by the week?
I suppose so. There were plenty of votes on the ideas board. Of course, that's where we take a lot of our ideas, or I should say, feature requests and what we're going to build. So this was a highly requested one that we built in. With this, there was a bunch of other things that were fixed with communities. Just to make a note, we fixed some video playback issues, thumbnail support, and optimization as well. So a lot of things under the hood that we fixed, that we improved on the community side this week.
Nice. I think I skipped a question here from Aaron, who asked, does the validation help with international numbers? Good question. I haven't played with it using international. I don't know if you have either, Ryan, but I would say hop in there, Aaron, test
I
it
have
out.
not. I mean, it ought to work across the board. So if you have any feedback on that one, let us know. We'll be sure to get the right team to answer that question for you.
All right, the next update is in the reporting. So we have a new appointment report that looks very nice.
Yeah, essentially a new UI and kind of new layout for the appointment report. And I think that's all there is to say about that. It looks really great. I love it.
Well, we also have these new top 5 widgets, which is what we're looking at here. So you've got this cool
Right.
breakdown of like your top 5 most booked calendars, users, popular days. Pretty cool, quick sort of stats here and some really nice looking graphs.
Yeah.
The prospecting tool got a massive update. This was something that had a ton of votes. You can now create and embed your prospecting widget on your website. So up until now, the prospecting tool has been sort of an outbound tool, right? Like I'm going to go scan dentists near me, and then I'm going to reach out to them. This allows you to create the leads in an inbound fashion where you could essentially just put the widget on your site and say, hey, would you like a free audit of your business? And business can fill it out and it'll create the lead in the system. These things work really well. I don't know if you've used anything like this in the past, Ryan, but I've had a lot of success with these.
Yes, you can get some really great stats that most businesses don't even realize they're not doing well, and it's nicely presented for you. And now being able to automate that in an inbound fashion is just, I think it's gonna move the needle for a lot of folks.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was an awesome update that's been in the works for a little while now. So congrats to the prospecting team. Oh, it's meme time. What do we have today? Or gift time, I should say. We've got Sparklacular. Is this
that was supposed to say Sparktacular? Yes. I guess my spelling was a little bit off, but you know.
I like it.
What's a release radar with a little mistake here or there?
If you're in the US, I hope you had a happy 4th of July and you made it to Friday with all your digits. But we got it, Ryan. Good work on that one.
Okay. Everyone laugh. Please clap.
So here's the part of the show where we talk about our most favorite upcoming releases. And I don't even know, did I send any to you this week? Like
I don't think you sent any, so I picked 2 really good ones from our monthly town hall.
All right, so these will be a surprise to me as well. Let's see what the first one is. Coming soon, we've got Custom Report Builder and Scheduler. Oh, I haven't seen this screenshot. What are we looking at here?
Yeah, so if any of you do the weekly reporting on the different stats that each sub account is using and kind of how they're using their account, now we're going to have the ability to totally customize that and customize the scheduling of it for each account. And I think it's going to be an incredible addition because so many times we have all these great tools, but nobody is using them and they don't even realize it. So if we can present a report that shows them what they're doing wrong, automatically every week we can provide that much more value as SaaSpreneurs, and everybody makes more money. That's my pitch.
Absolutely. And the flip side too, I would say, showcasing what's going really well and, just reinforce that value that you're providing for the price that you're collecting. Your GIF almost injured one of our viewers, Ryan. C.E. Snyder almost sprained a brain muscle trying to pronounce that typo. So let's be careful about that for next week.
Like my old boss used to say, it'll be reflective in your pay. So,
all right, let's check out the second upcoming release coming soon. We've got social comment management. Oh, this is one that everybody's been waiting for. And I haven't seen this one either. What are we looking at here?
Yeah. So imagine not having to go into reply to all the replies on your comments and so forth. The social planner is now going to have like a unified view, kind of like how reputation management works, where you can reply to all your posts that you've scheduled out through the social planner. So I don't know if this is going to, I don't think it's going to sync with ones that you'd manually post. I don't have too many details around that other than they presented this design during the town hall. And I think this is going to be a huge time saver, not having to go through all these accounts and keep up with everything.
Absolutely. I love this one. The UI is looking really nice. Can't wait to get some more details around that, but that is an exciting upcoming release, Ryan. Great picks for the week. And as always, we want to know what your favorite release of the week was, as well as what you're most excited for that's coming down the pipe. Ryan mentioned the daily town halls. It's an incredible way to get really close to our product team. Pretty much every day, one of the teams presents a town hall, and we'll show you things like this, what they're working on, and they really want your feedback. So if you're interested in getting sneak peeks and being able to help sort of guide the product, definitely make your way to those daily town halls. Ryan, do you know the URL where they can sign up to get the reminders for that?
I don't have it off the top of my head, but maybe we'll comment on the Facebook post.
I know you can go to gohighlevel.com/events and you'll see the events calendar, and the town halls are on that calendar. But we'll also put a link below the video of where you can register to get reminders as well. All right, that's it for this week's Release Radar. Thanks for hanging out. Let us know what your favorite release of the week was, and we will see you next week in the next one.